Let's explore the world of performance optimization. Performance optimization refers to the process of improving the efficiency, speed, and responsiveness of a system, application, or process. Today, we will be identifying and resolving performance bottlenecks to make our systems run smoother and faster. Now, let's look at some common performance bottlenecks. First, we have CPU bottlenecks. These occur when there are high processing demands, inefficient algorithms, or blocking operations that keep the central processing unit, or CPU, busy. Next are memory bottlenecks. These are caused by memory leaks, excessive allocations, or too much garbage collection. Then we have network bottlenecks. These happen due to slow application programming interface, or API calls, large payloads, or connection timeouts. Lastly, we have input-output or I/O bottlenecks, such as slow database queries, file operations, or disk read and write operations. Here are some performance monitoring tools that can help. First, we have application profilers such as cProfile and PySpy for Python, JProfiler and Visual VM for Java, and Clinic.js and ZeroX for Node.js. These tools help you understand which parts of your code are taking the most time or resources. Next, we have system monitoring tools like Top and Top, Iostat and Vemstat, and commercial tools like New Relic and Datadog. These tools give you a view of your system's overall performance, including CPU usage, memory usage, and disk activity. Let's walk through a CPU profiling example using cProfile in Python. First, import the cProfile and stats modules. Then, create a profiler instance, enable it, run your slow function, disable the profiler, and then create a stats object. Sort the stats by cumulative time and print the top 10 functions. Next, let us look at memory profiling. Start by importing profile from memory_profiler. Then, decorate your memory-intensive function with that profile to analyze memory usage line by line. Let's explore some database optimization strategies. First, there's query optimization, which involves using proper indexing, avoiding n+1 queries, optimizing join operations, and using query execution plans. Second, we have connection management, which involves implementing connection pooling, setting appropriate timeouts, monitoring connection usage, and closing unused connections. Third, we have caching strategies, which involves using Redis or Memcached for data, query result caching, application-level cache, and a content delivery network or CDN for static content. And finally, we have monitoring and analysis, which involves slow query logging, tracking performance metrics, using database profiling tools, and conducting regular performance audits. Let us see a caching implementation example. We will be using Redis. First, import the Redis and JSON modules. Then create a Redis connection. Next, define a function called getUserData that takes user ID as input. Create a cache key using an fstring. Check if the data is already cached in Redis, and if so, return it. If it is not cached, fetch the data from the database, set it in Redis with an expiration time of 300 seconds, and then return the data. Now, let us explore the decorator pattern. From the functools module, import wraps. Use cache result as a decorator with a time to live, or TTL of 300 seconds for your expensive operation function. The result of this function will be cached, and subsequent calls with the same parameters will retrieve the cached result instead of recomputing it. Here are some load testing and benchmarking tools that can help you ensure your system can handle the expected load. First, we have Apache JMeter, a GUI-based load testing tool for web applications. Second, we have Artillery.io, a modern load testing toolkit for APIs and microservices. And third, we have K6, a developer-centric load testing tool with JavaScript. Key performance metrics to keep an eye on include response time, throughput measured in requests per second, error rate, and resource utilization. Let's summarize the best practices for performance optimization. Take a proactive approach by measuring before optimizing, setting performance budgets, continuously monitoring, and conducting regular performance reviews. When it comes to implementation, start with the biggest bottlenecks, implement caching strategically, optimize database queries, and use appropriate data structures. Remember, performance optimization is an iterative process that requires measurement, analysis, and targeted improvements. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.